The Galactic Council feared what humanity might become. So they exiled them, cut off Earth, burned the wormholes, dismantled the alliances, marked the humans as dangerous and unpredictable. They thought isolation would break them. But humanity didn't wither in exile. They built, they learned, they expanded, and they conquered the stars instead. Galactic Year 7034, the Day of Exile. The Council's chamber echoed with the verdict. By unanimous decision, declared High Arbiter Valkyr, humanity is hereby exiled from all Council space. Effective immediately, a silence fell. Envoys from 100 species watched the human ambassador, Elara Miles, lower her head. She didn't protest. She didn't beg. She just looked Valkyr in the eyes and said, "You'll regret this." The reason? Fear. Humans adapted too fast, invented too quickly, turned disasters into advantages. In one generation, they advanced further than most species had in 1,000. To the Council, they were unstable, dangerous, too unpredictable for the delicate balance of interstellar politics. And worst of all, they didn't ask permission to grow. So Earth was cut off. All wormhole gates collapsed. Trade routes severed. Embassies evacuated. The Council believed it had neutralized a threat, but it had only lit a fuse. Years passed. The galaxy moved on. Humanity was forgotten. Rumors swirled. Some said they died off. Others claimed they returned to barbarism. But in the shadows of the Orion frontier, ships moved. Quietly. Purposefully. Galactic Year 7052 to 18 years after exile. A small scout drone from the Vrinari Empire disappeared in Sector 19 Gamma. Then a patrol ship vanished in the same zone. Then an entire colony stopped transmitting. When a Vrinari dreadnought investigated, it found nothing but a message scorched into the soil. We remember. Human territory, known as the Reach. While the Council had shunned Earth, humanity had turned inward, not to mourn, but to expand. They colonized dead worlds, terraformed gas giants, bent black holes into power sources. They didn't just survive exile, they thrived in it. Without restrictions, without oversight. They built faster-than-light relays, quantum AI, planetary armor grids. By the time the Council noticed, the Reach had grown from one planet to over 1,000 systems, all bearing one symbol, a stylized phoenix rising from a broken ring. Galactic Year 7059, Council Summit Crisis. A human vessel appeared at the edge of Council space. No fleet, no warning, just a single obsidian ship, twice the size of anything known. Its name pulsed in red across every scanner. TNS Sovereign Flame. Elara Miles, now old but unbroken, appeared in a galaxy-wide transmission. You exiled us because you feared what we'd become. And now you ask what we are. She smiled. We are exactly what you feared. And worse. She paused. But we didn't come to destroy you. She leaned forward. We came to see if you were worth saving. Panic spread. The Council called it a threat. Others saw it as prophecy fulfilled. But one truth became unavoidable. Humanity had returned. And they weren't looking for approval. They were claiming their place. The truth behind the return. While the Council argued, the humans had united. No more Earth-first politics. No borders. No infighting. Just one species with a single vision. Never be at the mercy of others again. They had seeded stars with machine minds. Grown cities in asteroid veins. Evolved faster, thought deeper, and forged weapons never meant to be fired, only seen. Every tool they built came with one purpose, independence. And when they returned, they didn't demand submission. They offered a choice. Join us, Elara said. Or try to stop us. One system did try. The Zell Confederacy launched a full-scale strike fleet toward the Reach. They never made it past the first outpost. No shots fired. The fleet simply vanished. Recovered footage showed space folding into itself. The sound of thunder where there was no air. Then silence. Their final transmission? We are not ready. 1 year later, a changed galaxy. Half the outer systems defected to the new human coalition, not through conquest, but invitation. Why? Because humans shared their knowledge. They cured planetary plagues in days. Gave clean power to 1,000 dying worlds. Uploaded entire cities into digital sanctuaries to escape dying suns. They didn't destroy the old order. They simply made a better one. The Galactic Council, final session. Valkyr, now gray and hunched, stood before the council. We should have worked with them, he whispered. The chamber was silent. Then the doors opened. A human stepped through, not Alara. Her successor. Young, calm, brilliant-eyed. He said only this. Humanity was never your enemy. You were your own. Closing scene, orbit of Earth. The Earth had changed. Cities floated. Oceans were pure again. Orbit held rings of starlight and defense platforms, not for attack, but for protection. Alara stood by the window of the sovereign flame, her last breath approaching. Behind her, the stars shimmered, worlds once lost now thriving again. We were exiled, she whispered, and we made the stars our home. She smiled. And now they want to come home with us.